So today we finally got something that a lot of people were waiting for. We've been talking about Lavinho for weeks now, ever since he was teased alongside Bunny, and now we actually have his first sneaked moves. That's right, a sneak peek of his gameplay dropped just hours ago, and from that one clip alone you can already tell what kind of style Lavinho's going to be. And honestly, it looks really good. But before we continue, just a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel. I'm heading to 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and with your help, I'm sure we can do it, so thank you in advance. Let's get back to the main topic. Let's start with the fresh clip because that's what everyone is talking about. The sneak peek shows what is almost definitely Lavinho's dash move, and if you've played Rivals for any amount of time, the comparison is obvious. It looks really similar to Nel Nagi's dash. Only this time, it's been styled completely for Lavinho. Instead of the plain effects we've seen before, this one has the Lavinho flow and even butterfly effects trailing behind him. It gives it a unique flow, and you can tell the devs put thought into making sure his movement feels special, and honestly, it looks clean. Now here's the part that really caught my eye. At the very end of that sneak peek, after the dash finishes, the animation doesn't just end like normal. There's a little extra detail in how Lavinho keeps moving. And maybe I'm reaching, but I don't think so. This could very well be a custom running animation. We've seen this before with Loki, who has a custom run, custom strike animation, and even a different feel to how he moves compared to other players. If Lavinho has that too, then that means he's going to feel unique from the moment you start running with him. And since he's a master rarity, it makes perfect sense. Master styles are supposed to feel premium, and custom animations for walking and running would definitely set him apart. Now, back to the dash itself. If it's really built like Nel Nagi's or Loki's dashes, then it's not just about speed. It probably has a stun effect built in. You know how when Nel Nagi or Loki dash into you, your ankles basically break and you get stunned? Expect the exact same thing here. If Lavinho dashes into you with butterflies flying around, you're getting stunned, no question. It makes sense, it matches the style, and it gives him a usefulness in one-on-one situations. But that's only the first move. We already know about another one, which isn't exactly a move in the normal sense, but more of an awakening property. That's the chemistry cutscene with Bunny. I've mentioned this before, so I won't drag it out too long, but it's worth repeating. In the manga, Lavinho gives a pass to Bunny, who then scores. That's their one big canon moment together. And the devs have clearly decided to use that scene as a chemistry animation in Rivals. So when you pair them, you'll get that cutscene. It's not technically part of Lavinho's moveset, but it's still something to be hyped for because it's directly ripped from the manga. Now let's step back and think about his whole kit. Since Lavinho is master rarity, you can expect him to have at least 5 moves. 3 on ball and at least 2 off ball, not even counting his awakening moves. And if you look at who Lavinho is as a player and what the manga shows, it's obvious where the devs are going to take him. Most of his moves are going to be dribbles. That's his whole identity. Flashy, stylish, dancing dribbles that make him look like Neymar. If you think about Neil Bachira's dribble-focused kit, Lavinho is going to be something like that, but on another level. One dribble we already know he'll have is something like dancing dribble. That's his signature. The kind of side-to-side, rhythm-based feints that make him untouchable. Another one we've already heard about in concepts is rising dance. That's basically his rainbow flick, lifting the ball over defenders in style. It's a perfect fit for Lavinho because the manga literally shows him using it. And then on top of that, you can expect at least one more clean dribble chain. Maybe something like a Ginga-style feint where he sways his body before cutting past you. But Lavinho won't just be about dribbling. He's going to need at least one strong off-ball move too. And if you look at how the devs have built recent master and world-class styles, the pattern is clear. Every flashy attacker still gets an off-ball tool to balance their kit. For Lavinho, the most likely candidate is a steal move. Something like Samba Steal, where he rushes in off-ball, takes the ball away, and immediately transitions into a dribble chain. That would make sense because it keeps his identity consistent. Everything he does flows into dancing dribbles. Now, let's talk about his awakening. This is where things can really shine. Since he's master rarity, he's guaranteed to have at least 2 awakening moves, possibly even 3. And if you think about his personality and his inspirations, the devs are definitely going to give him a Neymar-style celebration. I can picture it already. You trigger his awakening, he pulls off a flashy dribble, maybe breaks a defender, scores a goal, and then hits a custom celebration animation right there in the cutscene. It'll be just like Kaiser's awakening, where he celebrates before scoring with Magnus. It's stylish, it's arrogant, and it fits Lavinho perfectly. Another thing worth noting is that the devs are clearly going all in on making Lavinho's update smooth. Unlike the Loki update, which came out rough and left a lot of people disappointed, you can tell they're being careful this time. Miro has already been handing out lucky spins every day at set times, and during the update itself, there are going to be even more lucky spin codes. They know Lavinho is going to be hard to get because he's master rarity, so they're making sure players have chances. And honestly, I respect that. I still haven't pulled Loki even after all this time, and I know a lot of you are in the same boat. So good luck to everyone spinning for Lavinho. You're going to need it. The most important thing, though, is that this update feels different. With Lavinho being a master rarity, the devs are making sure he comes out with everything polished. Beautiful sneak peek animations, butterflies in his dash, possible custom walking and running animations, flashy awakening, and a chemistry cutscene with Bunny ripped straight from the manga. It's the full package. This isn't going to be another Loki situation where people felt burned. I hope this is going to be one of the highlights of the year. And I think that's what makes Lavinho special. He's not just another flashy dribbler, he's someone who's designed to feel premium from the ground up. He's master rarity for a reason. He'll have multiple dribbles, rainbow flicks, steals, cutscenes, celebrations, butterflies, everything. And he's coming right after Bunny, which means players are going to have to make tough choices. Do you spend all your spins chasing Generational Bunny, or do you save some for Lavinho? Because let's be real, pulling a master rarity is never easy. The chances are tiny, and you're going to need every spin you can get. So yeah, that's where we're at. Lavinho's sneak peek showed us his dash, which looks incredible with butterfly effects and maybe even custom running animations. We know he'll have a chemistry cutscene with Bunny, lifted straight from the manga. We know he'll have at least 5 moves in his base kit, mostly dribbles with at least 1 off-ball steal. His awakening will almost definitely feature flashy dribbles, stylish shots, and Neymar-style celebrations. And the devs are already preparing the community with tons of lucky spins because they know how rare he's going to be. All in all, I think Lavinho is going to be one of the best master rarities we've ever had. He's flashy, he's stylish, and from the sneak peeks alone, he already looks like a must-pull. So, get ready because this update is going to be massive. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown of Lavinho's sneaked moves, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps the channel grow.